And that takes away so much emotion.
It does. And then it also, I mean, then you kind of get sucker punched when you see them helping her, because if I remember correctly, the dub did not do a good job of like making it look like they were actually there. So they still looked like ghosts, spirits, whatever. They were still slightly translucent.
Mm-hmm.
And so you wondered what happened, and then you got sucker punched by the fact that, oh, they must be dead because you can see through them.
They're like Casper.
Right.
So I'm not going to go into everything that was cut out on this, just to save on time. But that website that I was talking about earlier, Sailor Moon Uncensored, I will put the comparison for that episode directly onto the episode notes. Because, I mean, they have it timed every couple second snippet that's cut, every line that's changed, I mean, these people that did it, I mean, they really went through everything.
That's pretty amazing. I do not have the patience or dedication for that. I applaud them.
That's why it took me so long to get your notes and everything down, because I was using that website and I was going back and forth and going through every single episode, making sure I got the most annoying stuff.
That's because you're awesome. So that's because you are awesome and you are so thorough. You keep me on track.
I try.
And then we're going to go ahead and keep going. Number 2. And this is one that really irritates me personally, and I know it irritates a lot of people, is the gender changes that the dub did.
Oh my god, if we got stars, that would have been horrible.
Oh god. I don't even want to think about what they would have done to stars. No, bad. But, you know, if you take and we go all the way... If you go all the way back to the Dark Kingdom, you know, we can start back with Zoisite. And the fact that the dub made Zoisite a woman because they could not fathom presenting a male homosexual relationship between Zoisite and Kunzite or Malachite.
How dare they have a gay character on TV?
Right! Come on! They changed genders, they changed relationships. You know, you have...
Oh, God.
Yeah, well, don't get ahead of yourself. In the R movie, there was clearly something going on with Fiore and Mamoru or Darien, and, you know, we kind of got that swept under the rug. And then you move on and you've got in Super S or the Dream Arc, you've got Fisheye. Poor Fisheye. Fisheye got turned into a girl in the dub because of his victims being male, because of it, and his effeminate nature and everything. But there was the sound of sorry friends, I lost Vandina. We're trying to reconnect. Let's see if we can reconnect. Hold on. I'm going to hit pause just for 1 second on us. Alright, and we are back. So, as we were talking about with Fisheye, poor Fisheye, where Fisheye was turned into a woman for the dub and given, because of his given male targets and his thing for Mamoru or Darien. And the worst part was the episode where they have Fisheye modeling and you see her or him taking off their shirt, but then you don't see where they've changed anything in the animation. So, what the hell? Anyway, so yeah, That's my thing, and yes, I do think that if they had gotten a hold of stars, they would have butchered it so badly. I think yeah, no, I don't even want to think about it. But gender and orientation and those changes brings us to our number 1.
Yay! This is exciting because I get to talk about it because I love griping about this.
Yes, you do.
Okay. Can I just start this off by saying that Haruka and Michiru are not cousins. They're not related. It was disgusting.
Yes.
Especially since they did that love contest and they're playing with each other's hands. I'm sorry, I don't get that close to my cousin.
No.
I never would think about getting that close to one of my cousins. Ever.
Yeah, me either.
They have such a beautiful, amazing relationship. I'm not biased at all.
You might be just a little bit. But no, my theory has always been that they could have, and I've told all my friends this, that they could have left them as best friends, and we all would have read between the lines, we all would have been happier, and we wouldn't have been, wait, we know they're lesbians, they're incestuous lesbians too? Really? No. That just, yeah. No, that was bad.
Okay, I hope you stop talking, and I hope you... Okay, you're cutting in and out my end really bad. So, I don't know what's going on. The series didn't even really talk about the relationship at all anyway. It was all reading between the lines anyway. So if you would have left it the way it was, it would have been fine.
Right. Instead of, we have to say every 5 seconds we are they're cousins. We actually have a little clip for that one too. I'm going to play a snippet of it, and then we're going to put the link for the whole thing up on our website. So, I'm pulling it up now.
It's 2 minutes and 5 seconds.
What about these puzzling characters, Neptune and Uranus?
Oh, look! Here come Amara and Michelle. Oh, great. Why do you think they've entered the contest? They're girls and cousins, too. Amara, Michelle!
Fantastic! You're the best cousins in the world.
How'd you guys meet then?
We're cousins. We grew up together.
Huh?
We've been inseparable since we were born. We can almost read each other's minds.
Like best friends? Amara's already got a best friend. Her name is Michelle, remember?
Wait.
What?
You heard that comment there, right? We grew up with each other.
Right.
You remember they did dub Haruka's, or I'm sorry, Amara's origin episode.
Right, they did dub it, and you did see, yeah. You see that they did not grow up together, yes. They created a very big plot hole. So
Michelle is a very big liar. And I skip any fanfic that uses the word names Amara and Michelle.
you might be an elitist. Although
No.
I can't I can't say too much because in the role plays that I participate in as Haruka, I make it very clear that if anyone calls me Amara, we're going to have a problem. So, I can't say too much to that. So now...
Every time I come across it on Facebook, on the fanfic websites, I put on Facebook, I gripe on Facebook at least once a month.
You do.
There's usually a status complaining about,
Yep.
you know. I cannot do the cousins thing.
No. Absolutely not. And one of both of our favorite Haruka Michiru cosplay casual photos that we've seen is one that floated around Facebook for a while of two that were wearing matching shirts that said "not cousins" on them. And it was just hilarious. So now we can move from our top 10, and we want to go ahead and spend just a couple minutes talking about the voice actress who passed. You want to take the lead on that one, Fandina?
Sure. Everyone talks about how she was Trista or Sailor Pluto, but she also did the Castinian flower from R, Mistress Nine, Beirut, Cyprian Patrol, Elizabeth the Grey, who introduced Mishiru and Haruka. The name I cannot pronounce, I'm assuming is a bad guy. And Elizabeth Hansford from Super S. She actually died from cancer. She was 44. She was young. She was only 44 years old. This was on October 9th, but she had died.
Yeah, and we had originally intended to record
I'll put
sooner.
the link.
Go ahead.
Ooh. No, you go ahead.
We had originally intended to record sooner, but we did want to still acknowledge this. And as Fandina said, she's going to put a link up on our website to her information.
You need to start paying me in Sailor Moon swag.
I do pay you in Sailor Moon swag. It's just intermittent. I have you on an intermittent reinforcement schedule. Can't tell I teach.
Oh, God.
Anyway, the other topic we wanted to talk about, I really wanted to talk about, is con fandom community drama. Because
I'm sorry.
this has been a thing in both of our lives recently. It's a problem for our fandom and community as a whole. And I have tried to bite my tongue very, very hard, and I cannot do it anymore.
I've already made...
Right. Fandina stopped biting her tongue sooner than I did. Fandina stopped biting her tongue sooner. I waited.
And I will put a link. I will put a link to the video that I posted on the webpage.
Yes.
But yeah, it's getting ridiculous.
Yeah, well, and we went, before we were originally supposed to record this, like the day before, we had gone to a local one-day convention, and we had a lot of fun, and I dressed as Haruka Tenno in her Mugen School uniform, Fandina dressed as Michiru in her Mugen School uniform. We ran into someone dressed as a Sailor Uranus, who was really awesome. It was really fun. We got so caught up talking to him that we did not think to take pictures. But then I thought it would be funny to put a Facebook status about imposters because, you know, I was the real Uranus. Because
well, not only that, but it goes within one of the fanfics that I'm writing, too.
It does. It does.
So, I mean, it all links.
Right, it all links, and it was funny, and all it was meant was this fun, and there were people who took it seriously, thought it was about them, and it became this huge drama in social media.
I do want to say real fast, she's not the one that we're talking about. The Sailor Uranus is not the one we're talking about.
No, definitely not. She was a great sport.
I don't know if she saw it or if she, but
no, it was someone else who, you know, we won't name because we have some tact in class, but they took it to me about them, and they made some huge post publicly calling my personal account out, got both of us harassed by several people over an inside joke. We've gotten to the point as a society and a community where you can't have an inside joke with your best friend anymore because someone gets so sensitive about it. And we have become so self-centered as a society that everything has to be about us.
And I've lost one, maybe two friends over this.
Right. And fortunately, I was not friends really anymore with anyone involved on the other side of the fence, so to speak. But it has caused stress and drama for myself, for Fandina, for some of our mutual friends who have been so kind as to come to our aid and to stick up for us. But at the same time, it shouldn't have gotten like this. It shouldn't have happened. We should be able to go to a con. If you see someone you don't like, you don't worry about them. You just go and have fun. That's what we're supposed to be doing. It doesn't matter whether your costume looks better than theirs. It doesn't matter whether they're your friend or they're not. It doesn't matter. We're all there to have fun and celebrate our fandom. We should be able to do that. And we shouldn't have to worry about social media pariahs coming after us for it.
Most of us